Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. Michael Jordan, a name inseparable from significance in the realm of basketball, rose above sports to turn into a worldwide social symbol. His excursion from a skilled youth to an unbelievable figure is a story of tirelessness, greatness, and impact. This is the tale of how a young fellow from Wilmington, North Carolina, turned into a commonly recognized name, moving millions across the globe. Michael Jordan's heritage isn't just about the focused scores or the games dominated. It's about the unyielding soul he brought to the court and the standard of greatness he set for a long time into the future, brought into the world in Brooklyn, New York, in 1963. Michael Jordan moved with his family to Wilmington, North Carolina. Early on in these early years, Jordan tracked down his affection for sports, impacted by a cutthroat family climate. Anyway, his excursion to ball fame wasn't direct in a bend that has become an essential piece of his legend. Jordan was cut from his secondary school varsity ball group as a sophomore. This misfortune energized his assurance, driving him to an extreme summer of preparing and development. Jordan's diligent effort paid off, and he made the group the next year. Displaying his expanding ability, his secondary school takes advantage of getting the consideration of a few school ball programs. However, it was the College of North Carolina, UNC, that prevailed upon him at UNC. Jordan's star kept on rising. Under the direction of mentor senior member Smith, he leveled up his abilities and fostered a more profound comprehension of the game. His most prominent second in school came during the 1982 NCAA title game, where he hit the game-dominating shot, a vital crossroads from the get-go in his vocation. This grasp execution on a public stage set the vibe for what was to turn into a vocation loaded up with game-changing minutes. The 1984 NBA draft denoted the start of another period in b-ball, chosen third generally speaking by the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan immediately made an impression in the association. His newbie season was absolutely extraordinary. He arrived at the midpoint with 28.2 focuses per game and procured a spot in the top pick game, a rare accomplishment for a newbie. Jordan's initial years in the NBA were not just about individual splendor. They were about his persistent drive to lift his group in spite of confronting impressive rivals. He drove the Bulls to the end-of-the-season games in his first season, flagging his appearance as an amazing powerhouse. Anyway, Jordan's way to the NBA was not without challenges. The early season finisher exits, especially against the Detroit Cylinders, terrible young men filled in as inspiration. These mishaps were instrumental in molding Jordan's upper hand. He didn't simply need to win. He needed to overwhelm his preparation, zeroing in on ability as well as physical strength and mental versatility. The defining moment came in the 1991 season. Jordan, alongside a solid group that included Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant, drove the Bulls to an amazing 61-21 customary season record. At the end of the season, the games were an exhibit of Jordan's development and assurance. The Bulls, at long last, defeated the Pistons in the Eastern Meeting Finals, a representative passing of the light in the NBA Finals against the Los Angeles Lakers. Jordan's brightness radiated through the Bulls, guaranteeing their most memorable NBA title, and Jordan got his most memorable NBA Finals MVP grant. This triumph was something beyond a title. It was the summit of long stretches of diligence and difficult work. It denoted the start of a tradition and the ascent of Michael Jordan as an NBA symbol. His capacity to perform under pressure, his game knowledge, and his sheer will to win put him aside. Michael Jordan wasn't simply playing the game. He was transforming it everlastingly in the 1990s, seeing the Chicago Bulls drive by Michael Jordan, changing into an NBA. Traditionally, this period was characterized by Jordan's unmatched strength on the court. His playing style consolidated a physicality, insight, and an unwavering, serious soul. Jordan wasn't simply a scorer. He was a finished player succeeding in safeguard playmaking, and administration's capacity to examine and assume control over games became incredible, turning essential minutes into famous recollections. During this time, the Bulls, under the direction of mentor Phil Jackson, created a practically clairvoyant comprehension on the court. The presentation of the triangle offense permitted Jordan to use his abilities all the more, while likewise raising the group's in general play Scottie Pippen, Jordan's right hand. Man assumed an urgent part alongside other central participants, like Dennis Rodman and Steve Kerr. Framing a troupe was extreme to beat Jordan drove the Bulls to 3 successive NBA titles from 1991 to 1993, every triumph establishing his status as a beat ball peculiarity. The 1992 Dream Team at the Barcelona Olympics simply added to his worldwide status, where he addressed the U.S. close by other NBA stars, catching the creative mind of fans overall after a short retirement and a stretch in small-time baseball. Jordan got back to the NBA in 1995. The following years saw the Bulls recovering their high position, accomplishing another three-peat from 1996 to 1998. These years were set apart by essential minutes, like the influenza game in 1997, where Jordan, regardless of being noticeably poorly, drove the Bulls to a significant triumph in the NBA Finals. Jordan's influence during the 90s reached out past the ball court. He turned into a social symbol, affecting design with his unique tennis shoes and showing up in the famous film Space Jam. His intensity, style, and achievement made him a good example and a worldwide minister for the game. The 90s were not only the Bulls' decade, they were Michael Jordan's, as he reimagined what it was intended to be a competitor in a move that dazed the world. Michael Jordan backed away from the ball in 1993 to seek a vocation in proficient baseball. This choice was established for private reasons, prominently the want to satisfy a youth dream and honor his late dad, who had consistently imagined Jordan as a significant association. Baseball player Jordan joined the Birmingham Nobles, a small-time subsidiary of the Chicago White Sox. While his baseball profession wasn't checked by a similar degree of progress as basketball, it exhibited his ability to challenge himself and get out of his safe place. Jordan's rest from basketball was fleeting. In Walk 1995, he reported his revisitation of the NBA with 2 basic words: "I'm back this rebound." It was quite possibly one of the most expected seconds in sports history. Jordan's return revived the Bulls and reignited energy in the ball world. The rest of the 1994-95 season was a time of rearrangement for Jordan. However, by the 1995-96 season, he was back in full structure, driving the Bulls to one of the best seasons in NBA history with a record of 72 successes and 10 misfortunes. Jordan's return was not only a rebound, it was a reaffirmation of his affection for the game and his steady responsibility to greatness. The next years saw the Bulls accomplishing another 3-peat, hardening Jordan's inheritance as the most noteworthy ballplayer ever. Michael Jordan's effect on the NBA and sports overall is unlimited as he moved toward the finish of his profession. Each game turned into a demonstration of his persevering expertise and impact. His second retirement, after the 1998 season, checked the conclusion of an important time period for the Chicago Bulls. Also, the association, yet Jordan wasn't exactly finished with ball. In 2001, he returned to play for the Washington Wizards for 2 seasons. This last part of his playing profession was more about his adoration for b-ball than pursuing titles. It offered fans an opportunity to observe the dusk of a legend's vocation. Michael Jordan's inheritance rises above the bounds of record books, catching the hearts of innumerable fans overall, all through his distinguished vocation. Jordan secured 6 NBA titles and was delegated Most Significant Player (MVP) multiple times among various different distinctions. His exceptional scoring skill, vital exhibitions in critical minutes, and protective ability reimagined the association guidelines more than his measurable accomplishments. Jordan's influence altered the NBA's worldwide allure, rousing a new age of players who gazed upward to what's more. Looked to emulate his style despite the fact that his playing days have closed. Jordan's impact perseveres. Through now in charge of the Charlotte Hornets, he keeps on being a transcending figure in the ball world, from his initial days as a growing star to his status as a symbol. Jordan's account is one of devotion, strength, and an unwavering mission for greatness. For more accounts of energy heritage and the excursion to significance. Thanks for watching this video.